What a game it was on Thursday night. Double overtime, and the Spurs started off red hot from three-point range, finished the game shooting 84% from outside. So many stats there. And in the rematch, Russell Westbrook had a career-high 24 assists last time out. Looking to duplicate that. LaMarcus Aldridge had a career-high 56 points the previous game. The Spurs, they jump out to the lead. Marcus Aldridge, finishing where he left off.
Nice little turnaround. Nothing you can do about that.
And then DeMar DeRozan.
You know where he lives. Where's
Is that the same spot?
Where does he live, Chris? In the mid-range.
Absolutely. Spurs take a 10-point lead. Third quarter, Thunder get it going. Paul George, nice setup from Westbrook.
Struggle shooting, but look good there.
Dennis Schroeder, nice touch around the basket.
He was the story of the game. Schroeder gave them a lot of energy tonight, especially in the second half. He turned this game around totally in OKC's favor.
You're right. 19 points all in the second half.
Hey now.
6 assists as well. Thunder getting fancy.
Let's dance.
Breaking time.
Hey, that's Smitty's top 5 under the rim.
Hey, Griff, they say it's slippery when wet out there.
Westbrook. More. How about some defense from Schroeder?
Look at this pass, though. Oh, that is saucy. The between the legs to Russ, loving it.
Is it barbecue?
Oh, that is saucy. Yeah, that's barbecue.
Sriracha?
Yeah, that's Tibbs barbecue sauce.
Boy, I'm with you when you're right.
That's that good Tibbs.
They missed that layup. Billy Donovan does not like the sauce.
Hey, what's he going to do, yell at Russ? Doubt it.
Westbrook in the open court, a thing of beauty. 24 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists.
Uh-oh, Patty.
Patty looked at it.
Yeah, the fake behind the back. Patty was looking for where the ball was.
And the Thunder, a rebound from their double overtime loss with the win 122-112. So Dennis Schroeder, you see him in the box score, 19 points, 6 assists, those 4 steals. That doesn't even tell the whole story of how incredible he was for the Thunder. How does it work for him in Westbrook in that backcourt?
I think it works out perfect because he's the piece that when he's rolling, they can use everything he can give. But if he's not playing well, it's not that big of a deal. And so there's very minimal pressure on him when he comes into a ball game. He can be very, very aggressive and try to impose his will. And it gives the Oklahoma City Thunder, obviously, another ball handler, somebody else that can get their own shot, get down the lane, create shots for others. So when Russ goes out of the game, Schroeder can have an impact, and he can also play with Russ, as you saw in some of those highlights, and he continues to press the pace, get down the lane and put pressure on you. He defends, get out and passing lanes, and he totally turned this game around for OKC in the second half.
Yeah, and I love the highlight package we did because it does show him with Russ sitting, and it shows him playing alongside Russ, and that's the versatility that he gives them. It also speaks to the fact that OKC really needs another two-way wing.
Yeah.
Terrence Ferguson has stepped up and played some good ball of late, had a huge game the other night for them, but has not been a consistent contributor, and it'd be hard to expect him to. He's just 20 years old, played in Australia rather than coming to the States and playing in college. So I think it's a situation where you can see the growth and evolution is coming there, and when they get one more defensive-minded wing, they can really build on something with Schroeder and Russell together.
And certainly Schroeder, the team now 19-8 Thunder are when he scores 12 or more points, so that's something to keep an eye on. Blake Griffin had a great career in L.A., so is he the greatest Clipper player of all time? Quick, yes or no?
Quick, Griff?
I don't do quick. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Is he? I don't know.
Yes.
That's damning him with faint praise. Yes, he's the greatest Clipper.
They both say yes.
Who will be the next best? Maybe Danny Manning?
Well, check this out. Steve
Chris Paul
Ballmer
comes to mind.
Going for a handshake, and Blake Griffin looks as if he blows him off. Blake talked about it a little bit later. We'll get to that. The L.A. crowd, though, loving having him back in the building, and we see why in the first quarter. Blake, that's the latest part of his game, extending that range the past couple of seasons. It's been more consistent.
Yeah, this is where I like to see Blake. Inside, playing bully ball, imposing his will. But he's diversified his portfolio. He can step out here, shoot this three-pointer as well. And they let him play a lot. They let him handle the ball a lot. He's more of a point power forward now.
26 points in the first half for Blake Griffin. Detroit takes the lead by 6. Second half, how about this? This is the Blake we knew.
That's the Blake from the Lob City days right there.
So the Pistons in full control, ahead by 12, and it's Lou Will time. And Montrezl Harrell as well when Lou Will.
He dunked so hard. Hey, Griff, he hates rims. I'm just going to let you know that right now.
And everybody's guarding Lou Will.
44 points for Blake Griffin. Montrezl Harrell with 21. And a lot of strong plays around the basket. Keeping the Clippers close. Just a three-point game. Lou Will ties it up. 22 points for him.
You already know when the Clippers need a big-time bucket in the clutch, they're going to Lou Will.
How about Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond working well together?
And this is a really underrated part of Blake's game, obviously. His passing ability is something that's taken them to another level, and he's actually, over the last 15 games, averaging more assists than rebounds.
Did you see that non-call? That was a foul.
Yeah, with under 30 seconds to go. Lou Will not feeling that. Then tempers flare at the end. Patrick Beverley, always in the mix, Brendan.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley always in the mix. You see him going after a lot of bigger guys, going after Blake, going after Embiid. One of these days, somebody just needs to let Patrick Beverley go after one of these guys and see what he can do. I want to know, can he actually fight?
And we can't overlook the 20 points and 21 rebounds from Andre Drummond as well. But getting back to the very beginning of this highlight, here's Blake Griffin on that Steve Ballmer incident before the game.
Can't say that I really prepared for it. I mean, I looked forward to seeing people that I hadn't seen in forever, people that, like I said, I've grown to be very, very close with over my time here. And but most importantly, I mean, for us, this is a part of the season. I mean, we need wins right now. So coming in and focusing and getting that done was the most important thing for us. For 9 years now, as soon as I'm done doing my pregame shooting, I make sure there's a path and I take off running to the locker room and I don't stop running. So. A lot of you know that. A lot of you have been here for a long time, and a lot of you have seen me do that before. So I don't change that for anybody. To tweet out something like that, like what you did, I thought was kind of because you know that. But that's what it was, plain and simple. It wasn't anything planned. Every single game I've done this for I don't know how long. So.
Would you shake his hand if it wasn't prior to your warm-up?
I'm honestly not here to answer hypothetical questions, to be honest.
Well, Blake Griffin still in the prime of his career. How about Father Prom? D. Wade continues his farewell tour. Up next on Game Time.
Way more interesting than that.
So here's the scenario. Game on the line, you need a 3 to win. Who takes the shot? In this open court short, 3 expert sharpshooters, Hall of Famer Reggie Miller, Dennis 3D Scott, and Kenny the Jet Smith, discuss who they would give the rock to in the clutch.
Backside with the ball, behind the back. Dennis Scott, long range, yeah! Kenny Smith again. What a stroke for Kenny Smith. Throws it across, Miller for Gray. Oh, he backed it in! He backed it in!
Hey everybody, Matt here with 3 of the most accomplished shooters in NBA history, 3D, Dennis Scott, Kenny Smith, the Hall of Famer Reggie Miller, and so of course...
This is a shooting show.
No, of course.
I was trying to figure out...
I want to talk about shooting. One active player to take a game-winning shot, if you could choose, who is that guy?
Steph Curry, or Kevin Durant, or LeBron James.
Curry saves it 3. Steph Curry goes to the corner to shoot a 3 and hits to tie it up. Shot clock is on. James pull up for a 3. Rainbow!
Any more?
To take a 3 to win a game.
I take all 3 of those. Even LeBron James, in terms of his ability to get it off, he'll get it off comfortably because of his size, strength, and ball handling ability. So he would get it off comfortably. He doesn't shoot with the same accuracy as those other 2 guys, but he gets a better comfort level at times than those 2 guys.
For me, active, if we're just trying to get a shot clock's going down, it's Kyrie Irving. His ball handling ability to be able to get to any spot on the floor and get his shot off, to your point, he's going to get his shot off. And he's one of the few point guards, well, there's a lot of point guards in the league, and can shoot the 3.
Definitely guys that I probably would have picked, but if I'm going with someone with ice water in their veins, need a shot, I'm going with Dame Lillard. A guy that can create his own shot, or you can put him in a high pick and roll, shoots with depth, can shoot deep, and if you foul him, he's going to make foul shots.
Does the answer change for any of you if I say it's a catch and shoot 3 to win a game?
Klay Thompson.
Yeah. Catch and shoot, I would add Klay to a catch and shoot. like it swung back out to him, I would add Clay to that for sure.
You know, it's funny, we were talking, James Harden.
Ooh, yes, to get a bucket, yes.
He could do.
Oh, my goodness, yeah, to get a bucket, yeah.
I mean, we're
Right,
not
catch the dribble, off the dribble.
Off the dribble, he's
Off the
great,
dribble,
but
no question about it.
He gets to walk and shoot
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
So he gets he gets to do the running man.
Right. I'll make it harder. Let's go back in history. Any player who's ever played to win a game with a 3.
Oh, we're sitting right here.
Oh,
Who are you
yeah.
picking?
No, there's
He's
a
sitting
lot
right
of
here.
guys.
No, I'm not. You could go last if you're not going to talk about yourself.
I'm gonna go with Larry Legend.
No.
To make a
three.
He said to make a 3, right?
To make a 3.
To make a 3 at the end of the game.
Celtics have got 3 seconds. 2. Bird, a runner. It's good.
I'm going with Larry Legend.
I'm going with the guy sitting here only because the moment for Larry is always the moment. For Reggie, he creates more moments, meaning he's looking for an opportunity. I think at times you hope we get down 3. You know, so there's a difference. But Larry's like, no, I'm not even going to let you get up. I'm going to beat you. He's waiting for that moment. And so for me, watching Reggie over the years, I would have to say Reggie would be the guy I would be. Like,
Good looking, Kenny.
No,
Yeah.
but and taking it a step further, with Larry, as much as we, love his shooting, he's not going to get open in that situation. Where you, and I'm going to throw Ray Allen into the mix,
yeah.
both of you guys are going to get open because you're probably the best running without the basketball, running off screens and getting open.
Now,
Now,
I'm going to put Larry second, though. I wasn't like,
Kenny, Larry's third. Ray Allen's above him. Well, come on now. Those
But
Ray
you know
Allen
what?
and Reggie Miller, we need a 3. Larry's not getting open. Him and Ray are getting open to get that 3 off.
Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His 3-pointer. Bang!
There's a guy that I would want to be in this mix because he's the leading three-point shooter in the history of playoffs over certain attempts. You know who that guy is, right?
Kenny the Jets man.
You know.
I was waiting for that.
You're looking at
That leads to my next question. You may have already answered it, but if in a theoretical world where I could play and I had to choose one of the 3 of you to win a game with a 3, where am I going?
We're all going to pick ourselves. That's how confident we. I mean, in all of our careers that we've all hit game winners, we've all hit buzzer beaters, so we know we can do it. So if you're asking openly, I want to. As much as I love both these guys, I want to take that shot first.
I would honestly say that these guys were better three-point shooters in this regard. That was such a big part of their diet. And for me, it became a part of my diet later on. But I had to learn to be that. It is, like Reggie Miller, we played at UCLA in Pauley Pavilion and in North Carolina. We were like, guard him from here.
Right.
That didn't come into my life until about my 4th year in the NBA. It was always part of Dennis Scott's repertoire, a steady part of that diet, the long ball shot. I was catching up with you all the time.
Right.
Now, I just still think I could shoot the ball. But I just know that you guys it was a better diet.
We all have different strengths at different times. But at the end of a game, to a man, we're all going to say, put the ball in our hands. Kenny wants those shots.
Yeah, one of the
Kenny
biggest
wants those shots.
one of the
I
biggest
always wanted
moments.
those shots.
Yeah.
We were actually in the biggest moments in Rocket and Orlando basketball history. Hit a three-pointer to tie the game to send it to overtime in the NBA Finals.
He's been on fire and hits. He's tied the game.
But before that, this dude,
In the regulation,
he comes
right.
back and hits another one.
Back to Scott. 3 and he's tied
Back to back.
Yep.
It was him and I.
You haven't made my job any easier.
Well, hey, how about this? Who are you going to pick? If your life depended on it and your family's life depended on it, and they needed a 3 to get them out.
Open court, man.
Come on, man.
Open court,
I will
man.
answer the question. I've got bad news for you and my family.
What?
I turned it over before I ever got it. You lost the game.
I will tell you this. If you,
Why I'm sitting here and not there.
if you gave it to any of us, your family lives.